Ladies and gentlemen, you join us for an evening of double championship boxing. Would you please welcome, making his entrance to the ring, from Minsk, Belarus, Sergey Rabchenko.
Ladies and gentlemen, I represent to you professional boxer Sergey Rabchenko.
And depending on who you talk to, Sergey Rabchenko could be the future among European light middleweights. The man from Minsk was a world-ranked amateur, and as a professional, he's developed as an exciting knockout artist. Tonight, though, he's going to go up a whole new level, and none of us can be entirely sure of what we're going to get. Not even Rabchenko himself. It's a night where he really has to prove himself.
From the left to the right, get ready for the big fight.
And hailing from the steel city of Sheffield, Ryan Rhodes.
Well, the Rocky theme is appropriate, isn't it? A British champion as long ago as 1996. Ryan Rhodes, been there, done it. Twice British champion, former unbeaten European champion, 2 shots at the world title. Now at the age of 35, he's enjoying a second youth. He's hungry, motivated, but he also knows he has to produce tonight, or it might finally be the end of the show.
Yeah, well, I mean, the big question is he's 35 years of age. He's failed at world title level. Does he still have the ambition to get back to this level? I believe he has. And as far as a 35-year-old is concerned, he looks in fantastic condition. And his recent performances have been very, very good. He took a really good world champion almost all the way a couple of fights ago. I don't think he'd be boxing on at this level if he didn't think he could pick up the European title. I think he's very confident of victory tonight.
Yeah, those were sentiments that were echoed by his trainer, David Caldwell, you see, just coming in behind Ryan Rhodes there. He said after the Saul Alvarez fight, he said, I wanted to see what he had left in the tank. They gave him a tough 8-rounder. They said he got stronger the longer he went on, and he said, well, there's still plenty left for Ryan Rhodes to do, and there's still an awful lot for him to achieve. This is a guy, you know, he's had 2 shots at that world title, so far apart, of course, but it's not impossible to think there might be a third if he gets past Rabchenko, who has a slight height advantage. They both clocked in nicely under the weight. Not an awful lot to choose between them in terms of the tail of the tape, but in terms of experience, a massive, massive gulf in class. Ryan Rhodes, back in 96 and 97, became the youngest ever winner of a Lonsdale belt outright, having his 52nd fight tonight. Rabchenko, just 20. Big knockout percentage, as you can see. But the big question mark, the asterisk you have to put against Rabchenko is, who's he knocked out? Who's he beaten? And the answer is, he hasn't met anyone quite in Ryan Rhodes' company. Not yet. Now, this is how the bookies see it. A slight odds towards Ryan Rhodes. Rabchenko, slight underdog. You get good odds on the draw, as always. And the feeling is, though, that Rabchenko's more likely to knock out Ryan Rhodes than vice versa. But it's almost a pick-up fight, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, Hatton Promotions, sponsored by Direct Assist, Hard Rock Cafe Manchester, Vimax Nutrition and Hellaby Hall Hotel, live and exclusive on Sky Sports HD Fight Night. Proudly present 12 3-minute rounds of boxing for the Vacant Light Middleweight Championship of Europe. The officials have been appointed by the European Boxing Union and the British Boxing Board of Control. EBU supervisor at ringside, Jean-Marcel Nats. British Boxing Board of Control steward in charge, Jeff Bolter. Timekeeper at the bell, Gary Grennan from Burnley. The 3 scoring judges at ringside are Leszek Jankowiak from Poland, Pierre Luigi Poppi from Italy, and Ernst Salzgeber from Austria. Finally, when the action commences, the referee in charge of the action from Rome, Italy, is Mr. Adriano Zanoni. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the blue colour shorts trimmed with white. At the weigh-in yesterday, he scaled 10 stone, 13 pounds, 7 ounces. His perfect unblemished record reads 20 contests, 20 wins, 15 of those wins coming by way of knockout, presenting from Minsk, Belarus, the undefeated Sergey Rabchenko. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the blue and purple spangled shorts trimmed with white. At the weigh-in yesterday, he also scaled 10 stone, 13 pounds, 7 ounces. His outstanding record this evening reads 51 contests, 46 wins, 31 of those wins coming by way of knockout with only 5 defeats. He comes to the ring this evening as the former undefeated light middleweight champion of Great Britain and Europe, presenting from the steel city of Sheffield, Ryan Rhodes. Mr. Zanoni with his final instructions.
Would like, please.
Well, this is certainly one we've been looking forward to. Ryan Rhodes, very, very ready for this one, but so too is Rabchenko. And Rabchenko, whatever you say about the quality of his opposition, if he gets you, you are going down. He is a big, big hitter, and if you look through Rhodes' career, every so often, not often, but every once in a while, he will get tagged. There will be little defensive lapses. If he has a lapse tonight against Rabchenko, it could be disaster. But equally, the longer it goes on, the more he can make Rabchenko miss, the more he can frustrate him, the more Rhodes feels that he can dominate this one. Round 1, scheduled for 12. This for the vacant European light welterweight belt. A belt that Ryan Rhodes has owned and did not lose in the ring. He was stripped of it. Is he going to get it back now at the age of 35?
The fight's only seconds old, but already I can see Rabchenko. Look at him walking across Rhodes to his own left-hand side. Rhodes being a southpaw, he's trying to push him round in the clockwise direction to knock the kind of rhythm out of his legs. So they've studied Rhodes, they've studied the southpaw stance, and he knows how to go about the job. I can see whether he's good enough to do that, I don't know, but you can see the way he's manoeuvring Rhodes.
Yeah, he'll want to keep that left lead foot planted firmly to the outside of the Rhodes right foot if he can. Hasn't got it there at the moment. That's clearly what he's going to look to try and do. Rhodes will be watchful and respectful, and talking to David Coldwell, his trainer. Well, what's that all about? Well, it's a referee that's not.
I mean, is that calling? Surely the referee's not calling for more action
in the first
this
minute.
early. They're having a look at each other, they're working things out. I mean, it's part of a referee. Oh, good shot.
Good uppercut. Well, Andrea Zanoni asked for action. We got a bit of action. A warning uppercut. Straight through the guard of Ryan Rhodes. That was not a good sign.
And I'm impressed the way Rabchenko is not reaching with punches. He's trying to get the feet close before he lets anything go. So a lot of planning has gone in to tonight's work for him, I feel. Good shot again from Rabchenko. Rhodes always had trouble with his defences. He's far too open this early against a puncher.
Slow and steady this from Rhodes, as Rabchenko looks to just measure those shots. Missed with that one, then. Followed through again.
Yeah, I'm a little bit impressed just for the way he's going about the job, Rabchenko. He's looking at the experienced one, if you like, reached with that punch, which he hasn't been doing so far. But he's landed the real solid punches so far.
Is there a slight element of him loading up a little bit here? Obviously, if he does load up and catch Rhodes, it could be curtains.
Well, he is looking relaxed. You know, there's good upper body movement as he's trying to get close, and he's not reaching with punches. See, moving right in behind the shots.
Rhodes making him miss there. He's a little bit tentative. Rhodes was on the ropes. That is the strategy from the Rhodes camp. They want to frustrate him, make him miss, make him start questioning himself. Rhodes is going to mind this too much, apart from that nice uppercut that landed after the referee had given him a bit of a G up.
Because he looked to try and block and counter straight after. He did one move, that side step, he didn't throw it, he changed his mind.
David Caldwell issuing the instructions to Ryan Rhodes. He did get tagged once by that uppercut.
Yeah, but a couple of defensive lapses. That was the uppercut. He also got caught with a solid left hook later on in the round, so he can't afford that against this puncher.
Round 2 of this 12-rounder. Well, he's had 3 stoppages, worth mentioning. A year ago, losing in the last minute to Saul Alvarez. That was certainly no disgrace. But you go back to 1999, Jason Matthews sparked him out in a couple of rounds, and Lee Blundell back in 2002, a southpaw, got rid of him early. So you can catch Rhodes early.
Well, they were trading punches there. Rhodes, his own punches off, but Rabchenko took it and come back with his own. That's what he's doing. He looks quite comfortable taking a shot as long as he gets his own off at the same time. This is good stuff. This is good action.
A couple of decent left hands landing from Rhodes, but as you say, getting something back in return. Rabchenko looking to close that gap down, but Rhodes slipping out of harm's way there.
Good shot there from Rhodes. He knows that little bit of the flash there after he landed that shot. Switching to orthodox now, Rhodes.
He'll be switching in and out all night long.
And Rabchenko switches to southpaw.
That's interesting. Real tactical battle going on here. Ricky Hatton's certainly been doing his homework on Ryan Rhodes, no question about that. In addition to making Rabchenko miss, which is a big part of the Rhodes strategy, he's also got to throw some punches as well, just to discourage him. A little word from the referee about keeping the punches up. And again there, Rhodes. And again, that's much better.
That's good from Rhodes, but Rabchenko walked through both of those shots. Keeping in mind that Rhodes has been boxing at middleweight for part of his career. He's used to being in with bigger men, but get no change back from those 2 shots. Rabchenko walked through them.
He's got him on the ropes. What can he do with him when he's got him there? Rhodes showing some upper body movement, good head movement as well. Oh, Rabchenko looking to try and unload with the right hand. And just slipping through it there, though, Rhodes.
Pretty quick himself, Rabchenko. I'm surprised at the speed. I wonder if Rhodes has been surprised. Good work in this round from Rhodes. He's produced the better stuff so far. Good movement from him. But you can see the way there's a presence. Rabchenko putting a presence on him every second, as though he's trying to intimidate and make him feel as though he has no room to move.
But to do that, you've got to land some punches as well. And Rabchenko right now is struggling to land anything in this second round on Ryan Rhodes. Just as you say, that Rhodes misses as well.
Now, I think Rhodes is in the better of things in the second round here, but he's still being manoeuvred, he's still being pressurised. But Rabchenko not getting the punches off, not getting the work done.
Still hunting and stalking, but getting caught there with the right hand and being made to miss again. Good round for Ryan Rhodes.
Listen, this kid's not in your league, mate. All he can do is catch him.
David Caldwell there saying this kid is not in your league.
Well, that was a good round from Rhodes, but Rabchenko still seems quite comfortable coming forward, taking what he has to take to get his own punches off. But Rhodes, no question in my mind, had the better of things in that round.
Round 3 of this battle for the European light middleweight title, a belt once held by Ryan Rhodes when he upset Jamie Moore back in October 2009. Jamie here to see his old mate, see if he can get that belt back, or whether it's going to be going back to Belarus.
You know, it's difficult when you're pushed around the ring the way Rhodes has been here. You don't get time to think. You feel, psychologically you're under pressure every second. Difficult circumstances to work under.
Got it!
Shot it!
Big right hand, rocked him. Well, now it's the first real crisis for Sergey Rabchenko.
He's still tripping over his own legs there.
Rhodes looking to pick his shots. He's not going to rush in. He doesn't want to get caught with a counter of his own. And a left hand did come through from Rabchenko. And now Rabchenko lands a one on Rhodes. Rhodes was right to be cautious. Rhodes was hurt then. Well, that was explosive.
Well, it's important that Rhodes has shown he has the power to hurt Rabchenko. We knew Rabchenko could turn things back round with one punch, but that was an important message from Rhodes there.
Now we settle down again, but both of them know they can be hurt. That adds a new element to this fight.
I think Rhodes has actually also found out just how tough Rabchenko is, because that was a knockout punch that he landed there. That would have floored most light middleweights.
Yeah, that answered a big question about his chin, and he's certainly regrouped.
Hope the referee doesn't want to get too much involved in this, because this is a terrific fight.
It really is, and it's on a knife edge. Here comes Rabchenko again. Rhodes on the ropes. Covering up and trying to make him miss. That's what he's doing. And punishing him with counters, as he did earlier. But didn't Rabchenko take that well and come back with something as well?
You know, that can dent your confidence when you land a punch like Rhodes did, and the guy just walked straight back at you. Good stuff here from Rabchenko.
High pressure, but is he landing anything? But nothing much coming back from Rhodes except movement. And then he lands a right hand and then another one. That's terrific stuff from Rhodes, because Rabchenko wasted an awful lot of effort there for not much of a return. And then he got caught with a couple of right hands as well. So in the battle of the mind games, Rhodes has just sent Rabchenko another little message. What a fascinating round this has been.
He just can't get rid of Rabchenko, can't find himself some breathing space. That's obviously the plan. Just stay on his case every second, Rabchenko. I think Rhodes has produced the better work in this round. A round that's taken something out of both men.
They were both rocked. What a fabulous round, exploding into life. Rhodes with an absolute storming punch. There's David Colwell saying exactly that. You can hurt him, and he did.
Now that's a punch you expect to score a knockdown. That was bang on the chin. The punch could not have landed any more onto the sweet spot. His legs did a little twist, but there the eyes looking straight back at Rhodes again. Then he comes back. That wasn't a full-blooded shot. I think the forearm hit the shoulder as well as the punch landing there, which was good news for Rhodes. There's the huge effort towards the end of the round for Rabchenko. I think Rhodes produced the better work in that round, and what a terrific round it was. Just ducking, diving. This is where his experience comes in, taking virtually nothing there, coming back with a counter.
Your fight to lose. Boxing. He cannot deal with you boxing. Use your brain.
Dave Colwell there say just boxing, he can't deal with it. Rhodes certainly looked comfortable on the ropes there at the end. Rabchenko throwing an awful lot of punches, not much landing or scoring or bothering Rhodes. And that's energy that'll just drain away the longer this fight goes. And they watched a fight against Bradley Price a year ago that Rabchenko had. He won the fight, won it pretty handily, but they saw him running out of steam. And that's where they want to take him, make him miss, drain his energy. And then hopefully he'll have nothing left in the later rounds. That's what they're going to go for.
He is very good on the counter though, Rabchenko. Whether the punch is landed or whether it blocks, he comes straight back with a counter. So if you're on the back foot, I always feel you want to be a little bit busy. You want to make it obvious to the judges that you're doing the better work. So Rhodes has to be doing that.
And he's got a chin. We know that about the man from Belarus.
See, again, he's moving right in on top of Rhodes before he throws the shots. That's offering Rhodes some target, but difficult to deal with.
Rhodes looks to try and continue this process of making Rabchenko miss and hitting him with counters. Decent straight left getting through this time. Rabchenko, though, seems to be able to handle Rhodes' power, certainly at the moment. And as I say, that shot in the last round, that would have put a lot of people on the floor.
He's just so persistent, Rabchenko, doesn't stop coming forward, doesn't allow Rhodes to regroup or get a deep breath, just staying right on him. Switching to southpaw, Rabchenko.
Rhodes switching to orthodox. Quite a little chess match going on in there.
See, most fighters, when they see the opponent ready to throw a punch, they tighten up and think about defending, but Rabchenko gets his punch ready to come back with. He's trading on his toughness at times.
Sharpness. Don't be sloppy. That's it, catch. Pick him then, pop him. Pick him, pop. Good man.
Nicely blocked off there by Rabchenko.
Left, right.
And again, this is better defensively from Rabchenko. Rhodes continuing just to try and land those jabs, then follow up with the right hand as he did there, and then Rabchenko going to work, but again, a lot of those punches missing, wasted.
Last off, right.
But it's only going to take one, of course, if he lands clean with body shot again. We've seen a couple of those in this round from Rhodes.
Yeah, but he's taking chances there, dipping down to deliver those body shots. Still going to have to take some chances. He's out in the centre of the ring a bit more often here, which is good news for Rhodes.
There he is again, applying the pressure right on the bell, Rabchenko.
Nothing on that chin.
Well, it's Rabchenko that's throwing the punches, but it's Rhodes that's landing more quality. That's a very high percentage success rate. He's not wasting his effort. Rabchenko throwing an awful lot, but he's finding Rhodes such a difficult target to nail down.
Well, Rhodes has been told a bit more movement, but it's difficult when their opponent's walking across you, manoeuvring you. But he has to try and do that, get back out to the centre of the ring more often, if possible.
Stand there. Then screw one up.
Rabchenko looking to try and land something, but Rhodes hitting him with a couple of counters, then the switch downstairs again.
That left hand up.
Clever boxing this so far from Ryan Rhodes.
Yeah, he's trying to find a bit more movement, a bit of space for himself. Both landing there.
Moment of success there for Rabchenko, which will raise his spirits a little bit as he continues to just hunt his man down.
I mean, this is difficult for Rhodes to deal with. The guy is on him every second. He's denying him space to work.
And at 35 years old, do you have the legs to handle that for 12 rounds? And how is he at the weight? Little questions about that have been asked during the build-up to this fight. If he's got a problem in either department, Rabchenko, with his style, will find it out, assuming he doesn't run out of gas.
Well, he certainly looks comfortable with the pace and the tactics that he's using.
Fascinating battle this, isn't it, Jim? They really are just trying to work each other out. Nobody's really able to get on top and establish any rhythm.
Come on, right, turn
Rhodes' defences have opened up a little bit, which is dangerous. But he likes to see what's going on, so he opens his hands up so he can see what's coming his way. But that's dangerous against a puncher.
Right hand lands from Rabchenko, but a decent left lands from Rhodes, but Rabchenko has walked through everything, and right hand lands from Rhodes, but again it doesn't seem to bother Rabchenko.
See, that is the problem for Rhodes. Every time he lands, Rabchenko stands his ground and lands with a counter. So it's nip and tuck, not much to split them. Rabchenko just a little bit busier in this round so far.
And again Rhodes slipping, ducking inside, covering up. Rabchenko is not being thrown off his game plan, and he's keeping up the work rate.
The big problem for Rhodes, his punches are not really having an effect, so Rabchenko's taking them and just coming straight back with the counter. While he's taking the punch, he's actually launching his own shot.
It was such a good right hand he landed in that second round. I wonder if at the back of his mind he's thinking, well, I can't land it much better than that. I couldn't put him on the floor.
And I think you can feel the physical strength of Rabchenko too. Damage on the left eye of Rhodes, a bit of swelling, like a mouse come up right under the eye.
Rabchenko on the bell again, continuing to apply the pressure.
Bit by bit, he's slowing. He slows. Little bit more.
We'll get the translation in there. Valerie Kapler doing the translation. It's working. It was a good little round for Rabchenko, who kept that pressure on.
Rabchenko looks very strong. It's the way he can stand his ground when he's taking shots and come straight back at Rhodes. That's the problem. Rhodes needs to find a bit of snap to discourage him. I don't know if he's got it.
Round 6, you just get a sense that Rhodes might need to find a little something extra here. Swelling on the left eye. Starting to look a little bit ugly. One eye definitely starting to close now as well. As he has been for the whole fight, Rabchenko right in range, giving Rhodes no breathing room at all, getting through with an uppercut there as well.
And he's pushing Rhodes' body weight back to take the sting out of the Rhodes punches. He knows what he's doing, Rabchenko, really boxing well, very controlled, which has surprised me.
Paced himself well, stuck to the task. Long way to go, of course. Decent right hand getting through from Rhodes, and he tries to switch it downstairs, but Rabchenko saw that one coming.
This is where Rhodes has to do his work. He has to get off of those ropes, give himself a little escape route when it's needed, get out to the centre of the ring whenever possible. Good left hand from Rhodes.
But apart from that right hand in the second round, has anything Rhodes landed bothered Rabchenko at all? He's got a decent chin, there's no question about that. And here he is. Every time Rhodes looks for space, Rabchenko cuts him down. And this ring is getting really small for Ryan Rhodes right now.
See, that takes it out of you when it's constant pressure. The other guy is controlling the pace of the fight, making you work every second. And that's what Rabchenko's been doing. Not a lot to split them, and punches landed so far in this round. But Rabchenko is the one looking the boss.
And it's controlled from Rabchenko as well, isn't it, Jim? You just thought earlier he might be in danger of punching himself out, but he's really boxed well within himself, just kept a steady pressure on all the time.
Yeah, he's not wasted too much. No, he's getting right in on top of Rhodes before he throws the punches, which is the right way against elusive opponents. Heads coming together there. Again, Rhodes comes out with a punch, he has to take one in return.
Nice little jab from Rhodes, but he's starting to look a little bit ragged to me, Ryan Rhodes. He needs to try and find another level himself, because slowly but surely you just get the sense that Rabchenko is starting to get on top of this one, and Rhodes can't allow that to happen.
I'm thinking the physical strength of Rabchenko is an added problem. Just keeps rolling forward. A lot of misses in this round. Nice little left hand there from Rhodes. But if you look at his defences, this is dangerous. This is what Ryan does, drops his hands and fights.
Well, we've got our main event coming up. Scott Quigg against Rendell Munro, another old v or young v old battle. Andy Scott is backstage with Rendell.
Rendell, minutes before your big fight, how are you feeling?
Oh, great. So up for it, you know what I mean? I'm out there to prove a point tonight. So be ready for a big war.
You've been out to Japan at world level. Do you draw on that experiences at times like this?
Yeah, well, every fight's an experience, isn't it? Every fight's a world title fight for me. I take every fight as serious as all of them, you know what I mean? So it don't matter where they are, when they are, you know what I mean? They're all a world title fight for me.
You looked incredibly fired up at the weigh-in yesterday. Do you feel that you have to go out there and prove that you're number one?
Obviously, you know what I mean? He's a young lad coming through in the number 2 spot, and that's where he's looking to stay.
Finally, Rendell, what's going to happen?
Obviously, I'm winning.
Thanks, Rendell.
Plenty of confidence there. That's our main event to come. Scott Quigg and Rendell Munro. We can't wait for that one, but we're also enjoying this one. This is not a bad appetizer. Ryan Rhodes, the former European light middleweight champion, really up against it now against Sergey Rabchenko, who is just pressurizing and edging in front.
Yeah, have him a couple of points up. Not a lot to split them in some of the rounds, but Rabchenko coming forward just been that little bit busier, and there have been some rounds he's impressed me with his tactics. Good pot shotting in a lot of the round from Rhodes, but he has to be careful he's not outworked.
Not sure what that little stoppage was all about. There we go.
Don't know if he felt like too much grease on his face.
Rhodes getting through with a couple of shots, but again Rabchenko just absorbs them. That could have been a bit nasty. But again, pressure on the ropes. How often have we said that tonight? Rhodes just can't get away from there with any consistency at all. Now he's trying to find some daylight. But he landed 3 or 4 good shots there a few moments ago, Rhodes, and Rabchenko just absorbed them all and kept on coming. And now he's marked up under the other eye as well, Rhodes.
He's just been bossed at the moment. I mean, he's doing well. His defensive boxing, his evasive boxing is good. But he's been bossed, he's been pushed around. Yeah, good work from Rabchenko there.
He's had a really good camp. He's been in Manchester with his girlfriend, training with Ricky Hatton. Very acclimatised. There was some bad feeling, whatever everybody says. And obviously, Hatton shows Rabchenko over Rhodes.
He just can't seem to put a dent in Rabchenko. Whatever he does, Rabchenko just rolls on, just keeps motoring towards him.
And the real worry for Ryan Rhodes is Rhodes. The first 3 or 4 rounds, decent left hand gets through from Rhodes. But the first 3 or 4 rounds, it was going according to script. Make him miss, frustrate him, make him one-dimensional. But Rabchenko just absorbed it, just kept on coming and started to have success. Rhodes needs to find something to slow this fella down a little bit.
Yeah, we're seeing some nice pot shotting from him. But we need a little bit more than this, just to be sure of winning some rounds. Good stuff there. Good accurate stuff. Good evasive boxing again.
Now, don't worry about the shorts. Like to get involved in this referee. Ryan Rhodes having a decent little spell. Now, can he keep this going?
This is where he wants to be, out in the centre of the ring. Lovely shot again from Rhodes. This is terrific stuff. And again.
And then getting tagged. Right as he was looking to get on top, those defensive weaknesses came to haunt him again, and is he going to rule it out? He is. What a counter punch from Sergey Rabchenko, just as Rhodes was really enjoying a good spell as well, and he's still in trouble, Rhodes, you know.
Yeah, well, I think that was a good call from the referee. Although Rhodes beat the count, he got up, but his body language and the expression on his face suggested that no, the pain he was feeling from that shot, he wanted out of there, so good refereeing. So he's lying down here, but I don't think there's anything serious to worry about. I think it's actually physical pain. I think he felt the shot, and it's just the pain of the punch. I don't think we're worrying about paramedics or anything here, or I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I'm reading David Coldwell's lips there. He's just saying, no, he's all right, he's all right. He's saying that to the paramedics.
But all the way through Rabchenko, I thought his tactics were terrific. I don't know if Ricky Hatton can take some credit for that. But he was closing the ring down on Rhodes. He was walking across. He was forcing the southpaw to move in a clockwise direction. Every punch he was forced to take, he come back with something equally as good, if not better. His physical strength he brought into play the longer the fight was going. He always seemed that little bit too strong and too busy for Rhodes. So I wonder, are we seeing the end of a terrific career here? Or will Ryan be able to raise enthusiasm to carry on? I don't know.
That's going to be tough to overcome that, especially as he was really landing some good stuff. We just thought this is the best spell he's had in quite a while, and then the next thing you know, he's on his knees and clearly in some distress. And that's what power does. We knew he had real power. We now know he's got a decent chin, and I think we can safely say he's the real thing. He's graduated tonight.
Yep, and he can follow a fight plan. I mean, the fight was only seconds old, and I could see exactly what his plan was, and he stuck with it, and it worked. Some good shots from Rhodes there. Just looked like a kind of glancing shot that caught him. That was the one. Didn't look a huge punch. It could actually have gone unnoticed. That was a solid shot there. I wonder if that did a little bit of damage first. Maybe the damage was done at that point. Yes, it seemed to catch him in the body, didn't it? Yep, it's winding him, it's the solar plexus. From my angle, I actually thought that punch had missed, and it was the previous shot, so that explains the pain that he was in. And the referee, looking at his face, knew, no, this one's over.
And Sergey Rabchenko from Minsk via Manchester is European light middleweight champion. And he has proved himself tonight against a real warrior, and what a pleasure it's been to watch Ryan Rhodes at work over these last 15, 16 years. Is this the end for him? Well, we don't want to write the obituary notices just yet. He will have to, he's earned the right to take some time to think about his future, Ryan Rhodes. I'm sure he won't want to end it like that, but we've got a new superstar at light middleweight from Minsk, Sergey Rabchenko.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes and 54 seconds, round number 7. Referee Zanoni has dispensed with the count. Your winner by way of TKO, and he is the new light middleweight champion of Europe from Minsk, Belarus, still undefeated, Sergey Rabchenko.
The younger man prevailing, the veteran Ryan Rhodes, 35 years old, is at the end of the line as he loses his European light middleweight title tilt. Sergey Rabchenko, the broadest grin in here as he lifts the European crown. Younger man prevails in the European light middleweight title fight. What about in our super bantamweight main event? Scott Quigg, 23 years old, British champion, unbeaten in a 24-fight career. Young, fresh, hungry, the biggest test of his career as he takes on former world title challenger Rendell Munro. Johnny Nelson in the studio, bitterly disappointing for your friend and gym mate Ryan Rhodes.
Very disappointing. Knowing Ryan like I do, I think he'll make a big decision in regards to his boxing career. I know he wanted to give it his all and see how far he could get towards the back end of this year. But that's down for Ryan to say. I think he came up against a man that was a lot younger, a lot fresher, not taken out of his pace at all, very competent, and Ryan was found wanting.
Rabchenko, too young, too strong. Was that
Yeah, he had a very good game plan. He was very physically strong. He kept the pace on Rhodes, and I think Rhodes didn't really have an answer. He was getting hit. His defense wasn't good enough, and he was getting caught with little shots that were just chipping away at him.
When Ryan was younger, he was able to get away with quick reaction shots. And, you know, if there was an opening, he'd pick it up straight away. But as he's gotten old, he's not been able to do that. And you saw at times when he saw the shot coming, he just wasn't getting out of the way fast enough. Excellent finish, body shot.
He couldn't up the tempo either. You know, he needed to throw a few more shots, you know, to try and keep Rabchenko off, and he couldn't do that.
You've got to give credit to Rabchenko. He closed him down.
Johnny, I'll just dive in there because we can hear from Ryan Rhodes now talking to Ed Robinson.
Well, Ryan, a bright start, but was that just the perfect body shot?
Listen, anybody who don't matter how many abs you do, how many sit-ups, how many crunches, if you get caught in the right place with your body shot, it's over. And he caught me with a brilliant body shot. Just tried getting up at 8, referee waved it over. I didn't realise you had to be up at 8 in the European rules or whatever, but listen, don't matter how tough that is, if you get caught down there, it's over.
How did you feel it was going before the stoppage?
Yeah, I felt good. I mean, I knew he was strong. I knew he was, you know, I felt like I was making him miss. I felt like I was making him miss and making him pay. I wobbled him, I think, in the 3rd round, I think it was, and he's got a good chin. You know, the rumours is in training, he has a good chin, he can take a good shot. So there's no point in me, you know, wading in and trying to finish him there and then. I felt I was ahead in the fight. I've just been told I was 6-1 up on the scorecards or whatever it was. But it's one of them things, I got caught with a very good body shot.
Was it Rabchenko or age that caught up with you in the end tonight?
It was a body shot what caught with me there tonight. I felt comfortable in there, I was moving well, I was catching him with some good shots, he was catching me. You know, he's got 10 years on me, whatever it is. And like I said, I felt good in there. It wasn't nothing to do with age. I've been training fantastic in the gym. I've been training with 22, 23-year-olds in the gym. Nothing to do with age. I got caught with a very good body shot, and it's probably the best body shot I've been caught with in my entire life.
A pro, 17 years, will you carry on?
Absolutely. You know, I feel like I've still got a lot to give at the game. Sit down and see where we go from there, but this isn't the end of Ryan Rhodes.
Unlucky, Ryan.